The world is full of amazing creatures. Many of them have unique adaptability abilities. The instincts of animals, their ability to find food, protect their territory, and take care of their offspring are admirable. In our new episode, get ready to see representatives of the fauna whose beauty and intelligence amaze the imagination. So, let's go! This tiger decided to get rid of the obsessive fan in an original way. It did it with a sharp blow of its tail right to the face. The ostrich does not wait to be offered a treat. It climbs headfirst into the car for treats, which greatly surprises the passengers. Snakes have an amazing ability to swallow objects that seemingly cannot fit in their mouths. This is due to the elasticity of their jaws and skin tissues, which allows them to capture and digest fairly large prey. Noticing the bear near her house, the woman quickly got her bearings and took her family members inside.
Oh, back order. Estimated to ship August 13th.
Oh my God.
What?
Look next to you.
What happened?
Look, come on. Just come in. Come in. Look who's right there.
Oh, Jesus.
That's how new, at first glance unreal, fears appear. In some countries, before putting on your shoes, you need to carefully check your shoes for such surprises. It seems that their intention to fight has disappeared somewhere, and they have completely forgotten what caused the conflict.
How did he know?
This camel knows perfectly well how to impress tourists, so it teases them with its spitting technique. This wild whale decided to meet people and swam closer to the ship. It looks like this is the beginning of a strong friendship. This is the secret behind how the world's best dishwashers work. This wild bear has entered the backyard of a house and decided to take a break from the hardships of life in the forest in a pool. When you see the consequences of this kid's games, it becomes somehow scary to even scold it. It seemed that a wolf had been there. The funny thing is, not even that it managed to spit in the man's face, but how quickly it tried to escape after that. Don't let this rhino mislead you. Not all of them are so friendly and submissive. His parents must be thrilled. Not only is the baby busy with a good deed, but the chicks will also stay full. Some animals would love to take this chance to escape, however the pig is definitely not going to leave its owner. As soon as people lost their vigilance, the party turned into a real celebration and a gift of fate for this dog. Not every person, let alone a dog, can boast such impressive skills in skateboarding. When bears enter cities and invade grocery stores, at least it makes sense. But what did it want in the laundry office? We must give credit to the ram's persistence, but it clearly chose the wrong opponent. This is an actor without an Oscar. This dog ate its owner's food and pretended to be innocent. The dog is bored and has found an original and cute way to entertain itself. It's funny that cats don't fight with claws and fangs, they prefer to yell and shout. In this house, they do not just love their cat, but literally worship and idolize it. Monkeys, accustomed to the attention of tourists, are not shy and can behave very liberally, sometimes even provocatively. Not only humans can be friendly and affectionate, as you can see, many animals also have these qualities. He was lucky enough to see something truly amazing. It was a humpback whale. These sea giants impress everyone who witnesses their graceful jumps. When emotions are running high and aggression is in the air, even animals know that it's best to avoid a fight after all. It seems that their intention to fight has disappeared somewhere, and they have completely forgotten what caused the conflict. Finding a worthy opponent is not an easy task, but this cat was lucky. This chick has a lot of courage. With his confident behavior, he seems to have discouraged the enemy, which is why he chose to leave. No one expected such a reaction from the dog. Its behavior confirms that it is not a timid one. The fisherman caught some fish, but the sea lion was not shy about climbing onto the yacht to show who the catch belonged to. When a full-grown elephant chases you, it causes panic, but this little one can only cause some affection. For the sake of the owner, the dog does not break free and endures the greatest fear in his life. I think it's going to faint now. I wonder what it was about the fence that caught the dog's attention and made it decide to become an acrobat.
As playful as any
Cows
dog.
are not only emotional, but they also know how to be sincere friends. They also seem to be good at football.
As playful as any dog.
It really wants to bring the stick to the owner, but problems with spatial and size perception don't allow it to complete the task. The owner decided to start a game of table football with his dog for fun, but the dog scored a goal across the entire field. If it turns out that this dog can also count change, we won't be surprised. Apparently, someone decided to check whether crocodiles have a genetic memory and whether they were afraid of dinosaurs. There's nothing unusual. This rhinoceros decided to explore the nightlife of the city and went to roam the streets. Let's hope that these electric wires are strong enough, the light will not disappear throughout the area, and the snake itself will not be burned. The owners of this house have already accepted such a neighborhood, but someone else would have decided to move out long ago.
Can I go into my bathroom, Mother?
No.
Can I go into the bathroom, Mother? Oh, please don't come down into the house.
It may seem that he really liked her and he is trying to charm her, however, in reality, he had just lulled her into a state of dreaming. If it becomes an Uber driver, it'll have the highest rating. Why teach a parrot to talk when it would be more useful to turn it into a living mixer? This is what zero waste production is. It is both eco-friendly and responsible. The dog is a little shocked and afraid of the baby elephant, but the baby just wants to play. It doesn't matter that it weighs about half a ton. It's amazing how much a young rhinoceros behaves like a puppy, but you can't play like that with an adult animal. When this unusual ram was born in the village, people were terribly scared, but they preferred to perceive its appearance as a good sign and began to consider it a symbol of good luck and prosperity. Fishermen have finally found the perfect place where they need just to show up to return home with a good catch. This elephant is a real gentleman. It knows perfectly well how to be courteous and show respect to women. The young leopard should have been very careful when approaching the reservoir because there is a predator much more dangerous than himself. Her father was the leader of the group, and that's why she feels so confident, demonstrating to everyone that she is worthy of his name. The mouse chose the right tactic to freeze in the face of the enemy. Even though there was fear and horror in his eyes, the cat still decided to retreat.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
Admit it, even just watching him jump, you can feel the joy that overwhelms him. It seems that the bear understands well why the horse is mad at him. However, he has no plans to apologize. This bodybuilder cat just looks like he'll motivate you to hit the gym. When it comes to seagulls, generosity is not the best tactic. Does it look creepy? Don't worry, these sperm whales are just sleeping. What an original way to relax, isn't it? Even a stingray can be tamed if you give it something tasty.
There's a bear right here face to face with me.
A house near the forest has many advantages, but it is suitable only for those who are willing to accept the fact that uninvited guests will periodically visit them.
Were you sleeping?
No.
Birds of prey often hunt hares using their sharp claws and powerful beaks. Once he saddles a horse, they become a whole. There is no doubt that they have a wonderful relationship. It is very exciting to watch the conflict of animals, especially when you are not standing in their way. When a collision occurs, hippos can use their powerful jaws to threaten or attack crocodiles, and crocodiles can try to bite the hippo, but this is a risky strategy. In most cases, hippos tend to dominate these conflicts. Apparently, the bear could not even think that decent guards lived in this area ready to fight back and not allow him to approach. When visiting the dolphinarium, it is worth remembering that if you want to see marine animals closer, you need to be prepared for the fact that they can spray you from head to toe. The cat got tired of the secondary role in this family, and he decided to take on the responsibility of training the dog.
To be honest, I'm speechless after witnessing it. What about you?
With such a charming pet, you never feel lonely, and there is always someone to share lunch with. The bear might have wanted to relax on the deck chairs for a while, but they failed such a strength test. When the owner accidentally fell asleep with the phone, the faithful four-legged friend not only took the gadget, but also covered it with a blanket. Everyone dreams of a dog like this. A good magician distracts attention and only then acts. This monkey understands this principle well. At first, the iguana wanted to scare the man, but his kind attitude towards the reptile, as if it were a dog, made the iguana lose its composure and start playing along with the man. Do you feel like you've become addicted to your phone? Get yourself some frogs. They'll help you get rid of the problem. They'll also deal with the phone. The cow seems to be telling him, "Don't worry so much, she'll call you, and if not, there are still plenty of fish in the ocean." Who can show you what balance is better than a turtle meditating on a rock? Turn on some music for this bear, it needs to dance. Finally, there was something interesting in the forest for this ram. The only toy that suits it is a punching bag. The orangutan wanted to chase away the otters with a broom of grass, but the primate needed something stronger against such agile and brave neighbors. Cats and dogs are famous for their fights. However, this time the dogs had to work hard to cope with the conflict. Ostriches are amazing birds known for their huge size and ability to run fast. Even though they are usually quite restrained and calm, they can sometimes exhibit expressive and playful behavior. Having met a mountain goat, it is better to give way to it. It obviously won't want to move as slowly as a human. Someone may be confused by such a huge number of seagulls over the sea, but we must admit that it looks just amazing. Undoubtedly, cats know perfectly well when it's worth getting into a fight and when it's better to run away. There is no more terrifying predator in the world than a shark. Even though Hollywood horror films may be to blame for this, the fear of it is justified by its bloodthirsty nature and real cases of attacks. Giant scolopendras are venomous millipedes found in tropical and subtropical regions. Their bite can cause pain and discomfort, but they usually do not pose a serious danger to humans. Nevertheless, their impressive size and appearance can often cause disgust and horror.
There are things that are absolutely impossible to believe, and how could this even happen?
On the one hand, people held their breath so as not to scare off these magnificent bears. On the other hand, they definitely don't want to attract their attention. They failed to steal bananas quietly and without witnesses. The duckling couldn't find its mother and chose a new one. As you can see, the goose is clearly against it, but who asks it? The sounds of a happy fox are the most unexpected and cute thing about these animals. The cat is shocked to meet his Lego brother. It's understandable. Just look at this pixel copy. At first, you are surprised that the dog has such a long tongue, and then you envy how deep and healthy its sleep is. In general, these lemurs spend most of their lives in trees. That's why they move like this on the ground. This wild moose walked into an Alaskan town and even let someone pet its face. However, not for long. After all, this is their first meeting. Even bears sometimes act irresponsibly towards their babies. Let's hope that this poor baby was unharmed. Just take a look at their zeal, strength, and perseverance. The sight is really frightening, and it's not for nothing that other inhabitants try to stay away from them. The rooster tried to convey that he intended to defend his interests by any available means. Despite the dangerous situation it is in, the bear looks confident and calm. This charming goat should practice a little more so that the landing is softer. He is definitely one of those who prefers to engage in various sports, not limited to one thing. Overall, the panda didn't even need much effort to win people's love. However, this time it decided to please them even more. This cat became a real big brother to the kids and took the responsibility assigned to him very seriously. We have to admit that they calculated the amount of meat needed to feed all the animals very accurately, otherwise they would have been in trouble. This determined turtle will get anywhere, slowly but surely. Perhaps it would be more comfortable for a man to carry the bag on his back rather than with one hand, but how could you refuse such a cute assistant? The mother bear smelled barbecue and decided to bring its kids, so they beg for food together now.
Before watching similar videos, it would be great to buy some sedative pills. One needs nerves of steel here.
The driver has been away from the car for too long, but his pet knows how to call his owner. This little guy's quills are supposed to look menacing, but it chews its treat so cutely as if there was no one more harmless in the world. Cats are a nightmare for birds, but not for this duck, who ignores the paw strikes and goes on the attack to show who's the boss here. It's even cute how this cat doesn't learn from its mistakes. Can they keep the door open? Why, if you can get hit with the head again and again? Oh, this is forbidden love. One can only hope that the deer will not see this scene and will go and deal with the stallion. It seems the dog didn't understand where the sand was coming from, so it decided to catch it, even though this is just the second shepherd dog digging a hole right in front of the first one. This cat knows how to extract profit even from a cow's leaking udder. This tigress at a Chinese zoo abandoned its cubs immediately after birth. Luckily, the cubs were taken care of by local dogs who began to perceive them as their parents. As you can see, the love between them remained even when the striped animals grew up and became the largest cats in the world. Is there a bird collector in this chimney? Or maybe the birds simply moved into the house because they were tired of their nests leaking. Even though the duck and the cat don't want to cause any real harm to each other, this playful duel between them still looks epic, like something from Mortal Kombat. Even wild beavers love to have their bellies scratched. In Kung Fu, there is a tiger and crane style, but looking at this fight, you understand that the hairstyle is also needed. The dog didn't like the bird being so close to his territory, but the dog got carried away and slipped right on the pier. This boar came from the forest with piglets to the restaurant. But what's most surprising is not this, but how it left immediately after knocking over one of the plates. It seemed ashamed of its awkwardness. In this outfit, he would definitely win a Halloween costume contest. This cat needs a moment to figure out whether her own reflection poses a threat. Despite the fact that the crocodile is in his element, the jaguar still managed to win, showing incredible agility and determination. No matter how much the dogs want to protect their home, they clearly have no idea how to handle such an intrusion. It must be said, this snake knows how to lull a potential victim's vigilance. This fox is overjoyed, but she better hurry. Greed might be her downfall.
Uh-oh.
What?
The groceries are outside.
Oh my god.
It seems this bear just wanted to check the quality of the delivery service.
I guess our groceries aren't good enough for it.
Yeah, that's right. What, Whole Foods? Not good enough?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
When trouble came to town, this dog didn't stand by. He rushed to help immediately. This flamingo doesn't need a treadmill. He gives himself a full workout every day. It's good that there are more cats, otherwise they would become their toys. Dolphins are so inquisitive that they are often the first to swim up to boats to meet people. Even though not immediately, the turtle was able to bite the dog on the ear, but you can't get to the reptile's head so easily. The dog doesn't know what these leather guys are up to, but it's in on it. Cats always love to be scratched, even if it's a jaguar that can take down a bull. It looks like this whale came to people just to have its nose scratched. Would you like to get to know a wild giraffe that closely? In most cases, humans are not of interest to the lion as prey, and attacks on humans are extremely rare. However, if there is a cub nearby, the situation changes dramatically. The lion can become more aggressive and act solely to protect its offspring. The man very unsuccessfully chose the moment to get off the bus, which is why he found himself face to face with tigers. As we all know, they are formidable and dangerous predators. Even though he does not look like an attractive prey for them, the threat of attack still remains high. At such moments, their unpredictability and instincts can become deadly. It's not just people who prefer fruits as a snack. Snake farms, despite their specificity and sometimes frightening appearance, exist due to the significant demand for products related to these reptiles. Their meat is eaten, and the poison is used in the pharmaceutical industry. Even though the spectacle of keeping snakes may not be for the faint of heart, the popularization of such farms is becoming quite a natural response to the growing demand. This dog completely trusts his owner and clearly performs pre-flight instructions in order to spend time together in flight. These thieves did not cope with their task very cleverly. People often underestimate the intelligence and abilities of octopuses. However, other inhabitants of the underwater world, judging by their reactions to what is happening, understand perfectly well who it is better not to mess with. Eating on the go is bad for your health. Something tells me that if you don't come with a treat, they won't give you a warm welcome. Strangely enough, this is not some special kind of gorilla, but an animal suffering from alopecia. It turns out that just as people sometimes go bald, animals can lose their fur. This can be caused by various factors such as genetic abnormalities, hormonal disruptions, stress, infections, or other diseases.
Can you get off, please? I need to... It's a big old snake there. It's a big old snake there. Dude!
Even when you're in close proximity to a shark, you should not scream in panic and actively move. These predators, as a rule, just swim by without showing interest in a person. Sharks rarely attack for no reason and usually avoid aggression unless they feel threatened, smell blood, or have been provoked.